is it about your hobby that keeps you coming all the way out here? Is it the freedom? Wandering in search of that perfect spot? You've made your own path through these hills. Tasted the fresh water of our lakes, our rivers. You've been on the water with friends at sunrise and helped the locals long past sunset. But you just keep coming back. At this spot, you got a pretty good idea what's lurking beneath the surface. But there's only one way to find out. Whether it's the one you write home about or the one that gets away, that feeling is what gets you hooked. That whether it's your first time or your 100th time, you never know what you're gonna catch until it's caught.
Hello all, and welcome back to
The Angler.
that. My name is Dizzy. I do kind of enjoy the opening cinematic. As much as it is just sort of the game's advert. Yes, we've been playing quite a bit of this on stream recently. I've also been playing it a little bit off stream, which is why I have to go in and do this. Turn that back up. Yes, I would like to save the changes. Yes, I would like to turn off multiplayer. When we last left off... Hang on. I've got something on the wrong window. On the wrong one, there we go. When we last left off, we'd been doing a Yellow Perch tutorial. I have steadfastly avoided catching any Yellow Perch in the intervening moments. We'd also had a couple problems with the fact that the mission skipped a bunch of the texts telling us important stuff like what lure do you need to use, what bait do you need to use.
Hey, it's me, the shopkeeper with the great deals.
Yes, Sophia. Sure, whatever. I'm having a bit of difficulty jumping up onto this, that's fine. So I went around and I looked at various other people who'd streamed this game and made YouTube videos of this game, and it seems to be that if you want to lure fish for Yellow Perch, you need spinnerbait, and they typically use this size 8-1.
A few years ago, I was working in a business a million times the size of Taylor's Tackles. This one's tailor-made for me, though.
My assumption is that you could probably go bigger, but maybe not that much bigger. If you wanted to catch a bigger boy.
Everyone starts somewhere, but anyone who's anyone starts with a greenhorn.
You've
This
mentioned.
baby has a smoother learning curve than a minnow fin.
What size is ours? Ours is a size 8. So we're gonna try that one out. We also need to grab the appropriate bait in case we want a bait fish. What is the appropriate bait for you? Redworm, bloodworm, leeches.
I'll be over here.
Now I bought a whole bunch of bait and I've used kind of most of it. The dough in particular is absolutely great for snagging channel catfish.
Bolt them for a minute. The entire world could give up on you, but these babies won't.
Right, we've got bloodworm. Let's grab some earthworms.
Juicy plum wigglers I fattened up myself. They say the early worm gets the fish, and little cutie pies are more than punctual.
They definitely don't say that, but okay. Okay, we've got a few of all of these now, in case you want to use them.
Aren't they cute? Fishes absolutely adore these tasty little ribbon leeches. Such a versatile bait that they will reel in anything from walleyes to bass.
Fishes love the leeches, and the leeches love the fishes. There's a few bugs in the agricultural world that I've noticed lately. One of them is that the... Has it? Is that good? One of them is that the time of day occasionally sort of shifts quite rapidly, and this guy will sort of ring you up about 3 times in quick succession, saying, hey, I've moved to this place that he normally moves to at a certain time of day. We have Yi in the chat. Hey there, Yi, how you doing? You have got some tasty meat, it looks like. Is that what I need to use to catch you on a hook? Some raw steak. Before I do any of this, however, one of the things I do want to do... I should have brought a better rod and line, perhaps, maybe. But one of the things I do want to do is go out, because in browsing the lake, I found 1 or 2 collectibles that I want to pick up on stream, because they're for the favors quests. I think there was a patch of water hyacinth over this way somewhere. Unfortunately, there it is. Unfortunately, there's no binoculars, like in TheHunter. I think that would be a really great addition, actually, just so you can see further away. Have I already reported this one? It seems to be glowing. I guess I've already reported this one. There was also something out sort of here-ish. There was a water hyacinth which I did report, and what I think is a GPS or weather station that I didn't report. Keep an eye out. Keep an eye... Oh well, I've actually put my marker more or less on top of it, as it happens. God, that was good going, wasn't it? There we go. Bong. Hey yo. I don't know where that patch of hyacinth is. I thought it was near here somewhere. Either way, I've already reported it, so it's not that big of a deal if I don't find it and show it to y'alls. But yeah, there's collectibles out here on the water, basically. We need to, I guess, go kinda... Okay, well, let's set waypoints so that I don't accidentally run into land. I also found a land-based thing that I need to report somewhere up around here, because I'd already gone up to this trailhead, so I thought I'll head up here and do some river fishing. The river fishing was not terribly productive, but I did find a reportable that I'll have to come back to at some point. Vroom, vroom, vroom. I would like to not run into those rocks, please. Head around the corner. We're going off somewhere in this direction. Kind of to there-ish. I mean, you realistically couldn't have a game like this with its massive sort of open world and not sprinkle in collectibles. It would make the world feel kind of boring and empty if you did. Right, I think from here I should be able to just sort of head straight to the waypoint. As long as I skirt this coastline. Caught any megalodons yet? No, although there are... I have seen some people's screenshots. I think I've reported this one. I'm going to go double check. I have seen some people's screenshots of lake trout that they've caught. And those are some pretty scary beasts. They are pretty huge. Okay, this seems to have been reported already as well. That's fine. Yeah, just head straight there. I'm genuinely scared for what happens when it comes time for me to catch some lake trout. Is there something, or is this just... that's just weeds? I'm a little annoyed that you can't look all the way around from your driving position. I know it makes sense when you've got your hands on the steering wheel, but I want to look behind me, damn it. Right, we're nearly there. Achilles dip. Okay. So let's set up our rods, make sure we've got everything set up right. We've got spinnerbait on the lure rod. We want probably a size 7 hook. Well, you need a minimum size of 6 if I want the earth. Let's grab the leeches, because I think they're the last one listed, which might mean they're your favourites. Right, well, we're on the right bit. We are on the right bit. Let's start with the old lure boy, because he tends to be a little bit more exciting. Now, when I've seen people doing this before, although the presentation on this says sink, the people I've seen doing this haven't let it sink. So I don't know if I actually need to do that. Yi says, Dizzy. Yes, Yi, what's up? What would be my favourite fish? I mean, to eat, salmon. By millions and millions of miles. They are the nicest fish to eat. To keep, neon tetras, because they're beautiful. To fish, I mean, the only things I've fished in real life are roach and possibly something like rudd or something. I can't remember what the other one was called. So I don't really have much of an opinion on to fish. In the game, I quite enjoyed going for the catfish. Okay, let's try a surface one with this then. Salmon is really good, people say. There is nothing quite like it. A few fish get a bit close, but salmon is by far the best, and it's definitely helpful that salmon themselves are pretty huge fish, so there's quite a lot to go around when you've got one. You can see a little boy coming for me. I don't know what type you are. Wow. One of the things I have noticed from lure fishing is that although their speed's above 3, I've never really found a need for them. Because most fish can't catch up if you're on more than 2. And rainbow trout have difficulty keeping up even if you're on speed 1. He says, tuna is ass for real. I mean, Tuned tuna has its place in a diet, I suppose. I wouldn't generally go out of my way to seek it. We are seeming to be a little perch free at the moment, aren't we? Let's try angling it over to our left. This is roughly the angle that I saw someone catch a perch for this mission on, which is why I started out over here. But you know, every save and every day and every save is going to be a bit different as to exactly where the fish are. Let's actually check our fish traits. You are sun lovers, and you are bottom dwellers. Okay, so let's let it sink. I have also found that the catfish are generally, I only find them in the daytime. Although I don't know if that's to do with the time of day bugs and or just kind of luck and circumstance. Oh, someone's coming for it. I think you're just a bass though. Difficult to tell. They look quite similar actually, the two types from far away. Yes, you're definitely a bass. That's okay. Anything else about you? No, that's literally it. Maybe I shouldn't have wasted a whole bunch of the day boating around after collectibles. It's too late for that now, isn't it? Well, I'm really in real slow so you can catch up. The fish in this game are very slow. You have to lure fish very slowly. This is apparently not very true to life. Also, the speed of the animation of me reeling in the rod that you can see on the right hand side there, a lot of people in Discord have complained that that's way too slow at these speeds. Oops. Nearly struck there when he wasn't even close. More bass. My current plan is lure fish in one spot until nothing comes up. If nothing comes up, move along. If we get the whole way around, then I'll switch to bait fishing, see if I can get any more luck with that. I just play Minecraft, won't be talking much. That's cool! Exclamation mark luck. That's chill. It's just nice to have you here. That could be a perch. Like I said, it's difficult to tell at distance. Oh my gosh, hurry up, you silly fish. You're so slow! I'm worried that I might miss. But going for a stop and go is always a bit risky. Come on. You've got to get it in time, right? Come on, fishy. Come on, fishy. Oh, hell. I missed him. I think he is a perch as well. That's really annoying. That's really infuriating. He struck right at the last minute and the thing was reeled in before I actually got to it. Ugh. Yeah, I don't know why the fish are so slow. But they are. I've missed him as well. Oh my god, these fish! He's a big old bass though. Oh wow, that goes really into it. Oh, you're a perch! Hey, we've completed our quest. You're a silver perch as well, which is pretty small. Also, you wiggle in a funny way. Okay, we did our quest. Fantastic. Let's see what else is out here. I mean, while we're here. Oh, actually, we've got another bit of this quest. We haven't actually finished it. We've just finished part 1. Okay, maybe I'll reel this one in and then we'll head off. When we get to the river, I think for whatever reason, I feel like bait fishing is more effective in rivers than lure fishing is. This is an entirely stupid thing to be true. There is no reason why it should be true, but I feel like it's true. This is how, like, rumors and myths and legends start, with people extrapolating rules from too small sample sizes. Any fishes? Any biters in chat? Come on. Nope. Okay, no one's gonna go for this. That's a shame. But it's not the end of the world. We got our perch. Yeah, okay, right. Okay. Go to the waypoint. Where is this? Okay, not far. We just have to go around the headland. It's not a headland, but I'm going to call it a headland. Oh, I'm bumping into rocks. I am actually not sure how viable it's going to be to boat up this river. But I'm going to give it a go. Oh, look, it's fine. Rivers at lower elevation have the right combination of depth and temperature for yellow perch. Good to know. Right. Let's park her up here. Okay, it might drift away, but it's fine if it does. I just heard somebody else cast. I'm definitely not in multiplayer. Weird. It's also quite nice that they actually bothered to fix their waypointing system from the Hunter. It's a shame they haven't bothered to fix it in the Hunter, but it's nice that they at least haven't carried over the problems with that game to... Oh, there's a little fishy right down there. That's way too far out. Oh. I hate that you can't cast short. Well, you can cast a little short, but you can't cast very short, can you? Yi says, "Oh yeah, that was me." Sorry, what the sound of the lure? That was you, was it? Right, I don't think this is going to be a perch, because I think we're not deep enough. But I happened to see you and wanted you, so know. Oh, bother. Are you a whitefish? Or are you a rainbow trout? Luckily, you're very easy to tempt back in. I think you're a rainbow trout. You are indeed a rainbow trout. Marvellous. Oh, you're a bass. I'm not here for bass. Oh, are you a bass actually? I can't tell. Yes, you are. You're a largemouth. That's okay. What we actually want to do is drop our thing right down. Sort of plop it out there. So that it gets real deep. And then we're going to wait for a bit. And I'm also going to up my drag because I hadn't realised I had it so low. Oh, you can tell why I had the ambience down low, can't you? It's really, really loud. It's even making all that noise. I don't want to set it too low because I understand it's like a large proportion of the auditory feedback you get from the stream, but damn. I'm never quite sure with these waypoints. Let's actually realistic, because I probably messed this up really a lot by moving them around. I've never quite known with these waypoints. Should I be plopping my lure at the waypoint? Or should I be standing at the waypoint and casting out from it? Because that's what I've been doing most of the time. But then with the whitefish, it was definitely more beneficial to cast my lure at the waypoint. I will say, Yellow Perch have been one of the less frequent biters, one of the more hard to target, even in the places where I know they are, like at that river where we were catching whitefish. Oh, Dizzy's very tired today. I've been painting sheds to protect them for the coming winter. Because we finally had a couple of dry days. I'm tired. I mean, to be fair, when am I not tired when I'm playing a Call of the Wild game? It's cause they're really nice and relaxing, which is a good thing. You just also get a lot of me yawning on stream. Now there's a jumper over there, but I don't think the jumper is going to be the Yellow Perch. What does the handbook say? Shallow pond, deep pond, and lake shore. Okay, let's try casting closer to the shore then. I could actually just try bobbing here. Like that. I've also noticed that bobbers sometimes get quite upset by river water, which I assume is because the river water is sort of supposed to be normally flowing, but it can mean that they sort of continually bounce up and down, particularly in the most rough water. They still don't float downstream, which is weird, but you can see here how the bobber is sort of, without me making any movements at all, my hand's not even on the mouse right now, you can see how it's sort of jumping up and down and making these ripples coming out. Oh, there's someone over there. I don't think you're a perch, otherwise I'd go cast for you. I'd like to know what you are. You might have been a whitefish. You could also have been a river trout. And one of the other things about this is, I think that while it's doing this sort of splashing, it sort of puts off a fish who's coming to it. Like, they'll generally come back to it straight after. But I was fishing in the... If you remember the river section that we did before when we were looking for largemouth bass, I was fishing about maybe 100 meters or less upstream of that, where there's two sets of waterfalls and some kind of rapids between them. And it was a stupid place to fish. Like, if you threw an actual float in there, it would just get washed away straight away. But because they don't move downstream, I threw me float in there. And it was clear enough that you could sort of see the fish coming to it, and how they reacted every time it sort of jumped up and out of the water a bit. Actually, that one did have, if not flowing downstream, it had... Oh. Okay. So I can't be that far away from the water, I guess. That's good to know. Grumble, grumble. Would have been nice if you told me. What was I saying? What was I saying? Yeah, that had the float sort of moved sideways randomly, and would eventually glitch through the rocks on the right-hand side of the river. What are you? Oh, you're a channel catfish. Okay, I guess you guys like leeches. Sure, fine. I wonder if this is too close in. I don't know. I don't know where they live. That's a perch out there. I'm gonna... No. Okay, hang on. No, I don't want to do that. I want to do a long cast. The fish is getting away. Oh, for God's sake. And then sometimes the casts miss the water entirely. That's a pike. I don't want him going for my bait, but I bet he will, because it's a pain. Okay. This might be a large catfish. Because catfish, they never really gain ground on you. Oh, Gordak. I say, no, he's just going to be a pike, isn't he? I hate pike. They are my least favourite fish in the entire game. This one is probably also going to snap my line on that bit of woods. just to be the ultimate pain. Yeah, the gold catfish I found fought very differently. It never really sort of took line, but you couldn't reel it in except immediately after a pump. So it was just sort of a case of pump and reel, and pump and reel, and pump and reel, and you gained ground on it in sort of units of 0.2 meter. Oh, I hate this guy. It's also quite incredible how, no matter how good my rod, I always feel like I'm not quite good enough for the pike that I'm hitting. He's actually overall gaining net ground from me, which I don't like. I do not appreciate, because I'm reeling him in real slow. I might have to start fiddling with drag mid sort of fishing, which is a recipe for disaster. So if you look, you'll see that when I'm reeling in, I'm upping the drag by 5%. And then when he pulls, I'll drop it back down again, so that he doesn't snap me line. I don't know if this is something you're supposed to do, but... Well, I could see him then, but I wasn't paying attention to tell what kind of fish he is. He's a pike. You're horrible. You're a gold pike. Blimey, O'Reilly. Right, well... I know there was a perch out here sort of somewhere in the middle. It's a nice fish. Yeah, I mean... Like, when I do eventually get the pike in, I can't really complain about their size. It's just that I'd rather catch... I've said this before, I'd kind of rather just catch a smaller fish and put less effort into it than a larger fish that I have to fight. I'm a lazy fisherman. Which is one of the reasons why I'm dreading these humongous lake trout that apparently exist. I'm kind of surprised that the pike went for a bait that was 1.40 meter down in the water, because they are typically surface fish. I was hoping that by dropping my bait down, I would miss him. That is the sole advantage of proper river fishing, is no pike. Like, it's way more annoying to do, because your casts go too far all the time, and you can only hit a very limited area of the water. And the fish species that you find are less diverse, and perhaps a little bit less interesting. But there's no pike! Or at least, I have yet to find a pike while fishing in anything except the sort of most downstream bits of the river. Bits like this. I assume maybe they can't, like, pass a waterfall or something. So, maybe if you're, like, once you're upstream of some rapids or a waterfall, maybe that's when you stop finding pike. I did? Where did I go? I went somewhere else. I had a waterfall. I think it's here. There's a waterfall here. And I stood on this bit of island and fished off of it. And found absolutely nothing. There was just nothing there. It was completely dead. So that was a waste of my time. I have also set up a little map for myself. So that I can keep track of where I find different species of fish. The biggest problem with the map is that largemouth bass and smallmouth bass are just sort of everywhere on it at the moment. Okay, what are you? I appreciate you being a perch so I can finish the quest. You are not a perch, what are you? You're another catfish. I mean, I don't mind finding the catfish either. I'm surprised that in the middle of the day, or well, not the middle of the day, but, you know, I'm surprised I'm finding more catfish at perch hours than I am perch. Maybe after this cast I'll go back to the spinnerbait. But I'd like to catch one with each of the lure and the bait. Oh, you might be one. You might be a bass. You're a bass. God damn it. Maybe actually no. Okay, I won't do that. This is Dizzy's indecisiveness at work again. I'll cast closer to the shore next time. Perhaps I'll even walk a little bit away and cast to the waypoint. That might be productive. Although actually, when I was short casting, I was basically fishing at the waypoint, so... Shut up, Dizzy. Shut up. Your brain clearly doesn't work. Oh my goodness, we are only 44 minutes into the stream and I've already finished my drink. That doesn't bode super duper well. An aggressive biter, that means probably a bass. No, you don't. No, it's a pike! It's a tiny little baby pike! Let's try over there when the boat is. Oh, I missed the water. How did my first cast miss the water? Oh well. We'll see if the perch are closer into the shore. Come on, fish. Come on. I know you're there. Someone's got to be there at least. I should actually have checked the depth with my low rod first. Make sure it's not sitting on the bottom. We'll do that now actually, because if it's sitting on the bottom, A, it's a chance to get a perch. B, if it's sitting on the bottom, I don't want to be sat around looking for it for ages. I wouldn't expect it to be less than 1 meter and 4 deep there. It is less than 1 meter and 4 deep there, you know? Okay. So we're gonna need to drop that down to maybe... What distance exactly am I fishing at? Oh, I think someone's following me. Can't really tell. Yeah, okay, we'll have to drop the length down a bit. No, I don't think anyone was following me. Because I can't see them and they would have struck by now, I think. Can you see how the camera's jumping up and down? That's one of the other things with how the sort of river water is a bit weird. That butterfly sort of spawned on my spinner, and I was thinking for a sec that there was a butterfly following me. Oh, we also have all of these lovely flowers. Right, so back to you. Let's hoik you up. 0.6 should be safe. We're casting out. That's a bit far to the right from where I wanted to be. Casting out to sort of there-ish. That's definitely now not sitting on the bottom, I'm confident. I'm worried that actually it's too high above the bottom now, but hey. This is actually, I over-adjusted. So the first one was too far over to the right. This one is now further over to the left than I was aiming. What I'd kind of prefer is just a target. Like, I click once to pull back, and it highlights in the world areas of the water that I can reach my casts to, and I just click on one of them and it casts to there. That's what I want. We've got a nibbler. Come here, you. Come on. I think that's a rainbow trout. You are not what we were looking for. Okay. I could also switch off of leeches. I could... Oh, let's move it over to the right just slightly. See, that was now way too far. I'm trying to aim for, like, the front of the boat. That's what I'm trying to hit. Cast to. That'll do. After this cast, I will point downstream. And after a couple casts downstream, I'll switch to earthworms as bait. What have we got here? What do people who are here like? You both love red worm. You don't care for red worm, but you've been hitting me anyway. You love red worm. Okay. Maybe we'll switch to bloodworm. Although everything eats bloodworm as well. I know this from experience. But it's the only... it's sort of supposed to be more specific. Because you guys at least do say that you like leeches. Whereas nothing that's here says that it likes bloodworm. Even though they probably will still go for the bloodworm. Maybe I should be trying bloodworm now. Is it an American thing? Is it Americans that call earthworms redworms? Or is it like a fishing thing that they call earthworms redworms? Because I've never heard an earthworm called a redworm before. I've only ever heard it called an earthworm. So I find it faintly baffling that this game calls them redworms. Particularly when they're not that red. You know, like... that's kind of a coral pink, really. Is that a phantom butterfly in my face? I was hoping we were not going to have the phantom textures problem from the Hunter, but I guess apparently we are. Ooh, 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 nibbler. There we go, come on. Please be a perch, please be a perch, please be a perch. Come to mommy. Nope, you're a jumper, you're a bass. Oh, you could be a trout, actually. You're a trout. You're a trout does sound like a sort of a particularly grumpy insult, actually. Right. Where can I... oh, look, that's the short cast. Where can I actually cast to from here? Okay, I can reach sort of over to the opposite shore. Oh, I should lure fish so I know what the depth is. It's so weird that you can find out the depth of the water from lure fishing. And given that you can, it is equally weird that you then can't find it out from float fishing. What is that about? Right, so we're looking for about 28-ish meters. Oh yeah, we've got plenty of depth there to work with. It is getting late. Which is not ideal. Late in IRL? No, sorry, late in game. Because I'm searching for daytime fish. So I assume I'm not going to have much luck with them if the sun sets in game. There is a bass there, and I can't tell if he's coming for my lure or not. He is, okay. We've got to be quick though. It's coming in, and I can't really slow it down. There we go, come here. seems a fairly hefty one as well. Silver. Yeah, it's getting late in game, by which I mean I can't actually see the sun. So I assume it's behind that mountain over there. If it gets to nighttime in game, I might close the game down and start it up again, just because that resets the time. For some reason. Oh, for goodness sake. I'm trying to cast this bloody thing. I have reported that as a bug on the Discord. I don't know if it's a bug or a feature, but I think it's a bug. Like I've reported the bug that multiplayer is always on when you start the game up. But that might be a feature, it's just maybe someone's decided, let's have this terrible feature. You know, when something is real stupid and broke, sometimes it's difficult to tell if it's real broke because it's a bug or real broke because someone in the design team was an idiot. I wonder actually, if I join a multiplayer server, presumably, like, is the day-night cycle shared for everyone in the multiplayer server? I'd expect it to be. Because if it's keyed into fish behavior, I'd expect everyone in the server to be experiencing the same fish behavior. But I've never joined a multiplayer server that didn't seem to be about at the middle of the day. I mean, I've never joined a multiplayer server on purpose, but when I've joined them by accident, they've always been in the middle of the day. Which would suggest it's local, which is really weird. Why would you do that? Oh, hello. Right, I'm assuming you're a bass because you're a fast striker. Fast striker, no nibbler? I don't know what I'm calling ones that don't nibble before they strike. Yep, N bass. Plop. It's kind of weird how the day-night cycle resetting to midday was a massive problem for whitefish fishing. But for yellow perch fishing, it's actually advantageous. Because for whitefish fishing, it meant you always had to sit through a couple of hours of gameplay before the whitefish were about. But for the yellow perch, it means that you can always instantly reset to the time of day when yellow perch are around. It's not as good as just having an actual mechanic to change the time of day, like they do in the Hunter. But, okay, one last cast here, then I'll see if it's possible for me to cast across to sort of there-ish, although I suspect it won't be. I suspect that'll be too... The shore's too close, so my cast will hit land. And then after I've tried that one way or another, I will switch to Bloodworm and see if I get any more luck on those. Oh, my old lure over there is going absolutely mental. Tone it down. Tone it down a few notches, please. Oh, nibbler. Come here, come here. Nibbling is good. Our target fish nibbles. It's a bit of a fighter, which doesn't bode super duper well. What are you? Are you channel catfish? Yes, you are. That's a shame. Oh well. It's nice that I found another place for the channel catfish, though. Because the only other place... missed water. But you can tell if your cast is going to be successful before it's finished. Because you notice here, no casting noise. But when I cast over, let's say here, it makes the whoosh noise. So the game is obviously sort of doing all of its physics calculations in its head before the cast has actually gone out. Oh, I said I was going to change bait, didn't I? That's fine, I'll do it after this cast. Actually no, I will, after this cast I will leave the game and come back, and then I will change bait. So that we're fishing at the optimum time. Although the advantage of being in the evening is there's fewer pike around. Not that everything I do in this game is centered around avoiding pike. I have occasionally actually gone actively fishing for pike, would you believe? I'm not sure if anyone else sort of just saw that about a minute ago. I saw like a weird flicker of white across my screen, like some sort of a visual bug, or possibly I'm having an aneurysm. I don't know if that was in something that the OBS would have pictured up from game capture, if it was just like a weird thing, or if it wasn't real at all. And I'm just going mental. But it's a little concerning, I won't lie. Oh, okay, you're gonna be a bass because you're a fast biter. Needless to say, I prefer the not fast biters. That give me a little bit of warning before they do that. Oh, are you a perch? No, you're a bass. Okay, I saw the stripes and got excited. But you're just an unusually stripy bass. That's fine. Right, let's oh, phantom butterflies, oh dear. Let's close down the game just for a second. I'll be back e-momento. Well, I mean, I will not be back e-momento because I'm not going anywhere. The game will be back on your screens in a moment. Of course, while the angler is complaining about cloud saves. Guess what I don't care about? Cloud saves. Okey-doke. Appearing on your screens now. We will definitely not sit through the ending cutscene again. We will go and turn multiplayer off. Right. Rods, bait fishing, switch off leeches, switch on bloodworm. Am I using the right size hook? Maybe I'm using a hook that's a little big. I mean, I've got them on the size 7 hook on the spinner before. Oh, I'm using the wrong thing. I'm using the lure. That's fine. Yeah, I've got them on the size 7 hook on the spinner before. But the spinner bait that they really love is only a size 8. So maybe I should have brought a very slightly smaller hook. But then, can they tell the difference? Is a change in hook size of 1 going to make all that much difference? I actually don't want to go all the way back to base camp and come back out here again. So I won't be finding out. Well, there's a bass coming from the spinner. Every time I move my thing so I can actually see him, the game thinks I'm jigging, and so the fish, who is a fish that can't be caught by jigging, loses interest. Which is stupid. Right. There's a lovely little bloodworm. Oh, for God's sake, game. Oh my. I will say, there is no difference in the physical input that I'm putting in between a cast that is too slow and a cast that is fine. Right, it's a lovely morning. It's a lovely noon for catching fish. IRL, it's a lovely 8 minutes past 1 for catching fish. Although IRL, I don't feel like I'd be fishing at this time. But I guess maybe I would be if I was looking for daytime fish. Oh, I've just realised you guys can't actually see my. I talk about jigging the. Drag up and down. You guys can't actually see the drag. That's a good point. Where should I move Little Dizzy for the angler so that you can see my drag bar? Let's put you over. Oh, I can't see the drag bar while I'm tagged out to check. Okay, now you can see the little number. There we go. So now you know what my drag's at. Hopefully that hasn't changed Little Dizzy's position on all my other screens. because if it has, I will cry, because I will never get her back in the right place. You can also see I have an option to cut the line, which I think is for if I get really bored of fighting a fish, basically. What I don't know is if I cut line with a bait, do I lose the bait the same way as if the line had snapped? I'm not going to try it out because I'm too stingy, and because it's not an option I'm ever planning to use in the game. How much money do I actually have? I have 16,000. That might be enough to get the best rod from any one category and, like, load it out fully. Which might make pike a lot less of a problem. That will not solve the problem of nothing biting. There's someone over there. Right, that's sort of roughly where you were. Let's see if you'll go for my worm. That came out wrong. Ooh. I definitely see someone about. I leant forward, and I'm like, actually, if I can see them at the surface, that means they're definitely not going for my bait just yet. Because my bait is far enough below the surface that you can't see it. If he comes up to the surface again, I might reel in a little bit more, because I think he's a little closer to me than where my lure is. Bait is. Bait, lure, hook, floater, bobber. All of these words mean the same thing in context. Let's put it sort of more there-ish. That's sort of a good central location. That's probably over the deepest part of the water. If I had a shorter rod, about 20 meters is where I would be casting to from the waypoint. Ooh. The LPC's running a little warm today. I guess the Angler stream is... I mean, it's a very beautiful game, so maybe it's a bit graphically intensive. I'm seeing all these bass splishing and splashing off to the right hand side, but like, I'm not here for you. I'm here for perch. The perch of the very few distinguishing features. There's a perch over there on the left. He was about there. I wonder if I should have my bait close to the surface. If he was a surface perch. I know they're normally bottom dwellers, but if he was at the surface, maybe I should... Well, but he's gone back down. Oh, I don't know. I don't know how to fish. I'm not clever. I've only been playing this game for 20.9 hours before today. How am I supposed to know how fishing works? That's a bass. I don't want you. I want your perch friend. Look, it says up there in the top left of the screen. It says, I want your perch friend. Look, there. It says, I want your perch friend. Message to all fish. Look, he's right there. He's coming up right next to it. Okay, we'll try a shallower thing as he is coming up right next to it. About there-ish, I think? There's a fish down and left from there, but I can't tell if he's a perch or not. It's like 18. Okay, we'll see if we find more luck catching a bottom dweller by using bait up at the surface. I mean, we've had plenty of luck catching the catfish, who are bottom dwellers, with the long line. So I don't feel like we were mistargeting in terms of depth. There he is, he's on the right hand side, he's still ignoring my bait. Ah! You perch you. I wish I knew what it was. He's a tiny little perch, so maybe for him I need a smaller hook. The only smaller hook I have on me is a size 10 though. Yeah, he's definitely not interested. Okay, we'll try a smaller hook. We'll try the lure, actually, I guess. Seems we know this is the right size lure for them. Oh my god, you bloody awful thing. Cast miss water. That cast definitely missed water as well, because it says the depth is minus 0.2 meters. But it's apparently water enough. Right, as we reach about 20 meters, turn the speed down a little bit so a tiny little perch boy could catch up if he wanted to. Oh, someone's going for it. Right. I really hope you are a perch, otherwise I'm going to feel like a fool. I've been aiming for you for the last however long. Nope, you're a smallmouth bass. God damn it. God damn it. Okay, let's fish somewhere else. Let's aim over here. Oh, we did decide that that was not deep enough, didn't we? I can't remember what depth we decided it should be, but we decided it wasn't deep enough. So hopefully that is now not on the bottom. Or like it's close to the bottom, but not on the bottom. I wonder how risky it is for me to be sitting the way I'm currently sitting, which is like arms crossed, not anything on the mouse. I don't know exactly how long I have on the strikes, because sometimes you get a strike now alert that is gone before you right click, even when you've got your hand on the mouse. But some of the strike now alerts seem to last for quite a while, long enough that you're, you know, me and my slow old human reflexes can catch up to it. He says, "Lol, you're still here. I'm glad. I'm pleased." I will be here for quite a while, it seems, trying to catch a perch. He does not want to be caught. Or possibly doesn't exist. I think it's allowed for him to not want to be caught if he doesn't exist. I wouldn't want to be pulled out of unreality and into this world either. Well, actually, being pulled out of unreality and into the world of the game would be a lot less bad than being pulled into the world of real life. Although for a fish, maybe not, because the whole point of the game is to catch fish. So you just end up with, like, spiky things shoved through your mouth the whole time. Which isn't pleasant. Well, I say that, actually, plenty of people have lip piercings. So obviously some people find it, if not pleasant at least, not unpleasant. I checked the map to see where I was on the map and I immediately forgot. I'm going to be in the other tab. This is how much confidence I have in my ability to catch a fish. I'm actually going to be in the other tab, updating my map. How far up the river am I? Not very far. Oh my gosh, someone's using power tools up. Oh, cool deck. Tabs back in. Right, well it's good to know that you can get nibbles and strikes while you're tabbed out, because I was sort of worried that that wasn't possible. You a rainbow trout? You are a rainbow trout. What are you doing here? Bloody trouts. Okay. Let's try pointing all the way downstream. Or not. Oh, I also don't like, you can't start a new cast while cast too slow is on your screen, which leads to me, like, dunking my head down involuntarily quite a lot. Alright, we've got rainbow trout on the map. Adjust that. We have small and largemouth bass. We have northern pike. Yeah, oh, we've got like everything here actually. Haven't we? What colour the hell is channel catfish? They're brown on my colour chart. Yeah, okay. I can't remember what type of bass was the one singular fish that I caught when I was fishing near that waterfall. It was one of the bass types, but I can't remember which. This river's a little boring. Bloodworm is obviously not the most attractive bait around here, which I mean, like that was kind of the point of using it, is that all of the things that were going for my leeches are less inclined to go for the bloodworm. But that only helps if there's perch around to go for the bloodworm instead. Which, against the evidence of the quest, there doesn't seem to be. I wonder if I need to cast more out into the middle. Because so far, you know, I've been mostly sort of to one edge or another. I mean, I have tried casting into the middle with short casts and stuff. But, oh, I don't know. I don't know anything. This is the face of someone who knows nothing. Right, I'm bored. We're going to do one cast into sort of the middle-ish bit, and a there-ish, short cast. We're going to wait for that for a while. Oh, these guys aren't scared of humans. Oh, they don't have the trait scared of humans. But maybe casting close to here. Maybe the problem is that all the perch are where I am, but they're all scared of me. Does the handbook say anything about them being skittish? tab
The
inspect.
kokanee salmon is the non-anadromous form of the sockeye salmon.
This is not a
Size
kokanee
range of
salmon.
kokanee is often lake-specific and
Shut up!
depends on many factors.
Shut up! I'm not looking at a kokanee salmon.
The yellow perch is a
There we
freshwater
go.
fish native to much of North America. The maximum recorded total length is 20 inches, although they are more commonly around 7.5 inches, and the maximum published weight is 4.2 pounds. Yellow perch is often recognized by its dark vertical stripes and gold or yellow body color. Its name is derived from early Greek for
Oh,
perch.
thank you very much, Jake Robbie 9 for the follow.
Yellow perch is a popular
I'm glad to have
sport
you
fish,
here.
prized by both recreational anglers
Shut up,
and commercial
Clay.
fishermen for their delicious.
Shut up, Clay. Yeah, thank you very much. I hope you're enjoying the somewhat fruitless so far search for a yellow perch. It says to look for a school of them. And I guess that must have been what I was hitting when I was looking for the whitefish. There must have been a school, like, on the banks. So should I just be, like... Should I be out on the water in my boat? Which, instantly, I don't have my boat near me, so I'd have to go and, grab a new one from somewhere like over there. But, should I be out on the water and just kind of peering down, looking for a school of perch? I suppose I can run along the banks having a look for a school of perch, can't I? That's a bit of wood. No, if there's any perch here, they're very uneducated. What if I look around the corner? Oh, I like that the score's coming in a little bit. Any perch over here? No? Anyone? How close am I to that waypoint? 45 meters. Might not be close enough. I can't easily cross the river to see if there's a school on the other side. Okay, well... Yeah. We'll try with the lure. We'll cast out into the middle, because that's probably the deep bit where I would be. We're not going to cast anywhere at this point, are we? That's where I would be if I was a perch, and a bottom dweller. That's where we found that the whitefish were in the ends. They were, like, in the deep bit. But then the channel catfish have been all along the sides. So I don't really know. I don't even know if the game knows. Don't even know if I've actually got the right spinnerbait on. No one is coming for you, are they? You see how the spinnerbait is kind of really freaking out? I wonder if that puts off the fish, because the game can't decide if my thing is in the water or not. I think it helps to have my rod down there like this. I think it helps my visibility. Maybe the fish just really aren't biting today. Absolutely no one is following this around. Oh, there's someone. There's someone coming. I think it's a bass. I don't think it's a perch. It's at least something, because we haven't caught a fish in about 20-30 minutes. That's not true. We had that one rainbow trout. It's a bass. Hello, bass. You are categorically not who I was after. Oh my god! I don't know why the casting has decided to be a real problem today. Let me cast! I could turn on accessible casting, but I hate it. I don't hate it for being accessible, I don't really like the mechanic. It feels very unnatural. Which is weird, because that's how you cast in like every other fishing game, or every other game that has a fishing minigame. You cast with a power bar. But for whatever reason, it doesn't really work for me in this. I might have to turn it off. The game has decided that I'm apparently too old or broken or whatever to cast properly. Any fishies? Any fishies at all? Yeah, little fishy. There's one. He's going to be too slow, I think. But I might get him on a recast. You are probably a fairly sizable bass, it looks like. Well, he might get there in time, just about, if he's quick. How? Wait, what? Did he just teleport? I think the game realised he was on the hook and then, like, threw him back out with the cast. I don't know what quite happened there. Are you a relative perch? Is that why I get the two of you confused? Yeet. Yeah, I did! I accidentally yoked the fish. Oh, hell, I was not expecting that. I didn't even see anyone chasing that. Hello. Nice silver smallmouth. Well, as long as we're catching... That's... The double thing I hate is the cast too slow, and then the not being able to make your next cast. It's not a trifecta, it's a bifecta of awful. Anyone coming? Yes, someone is very far out and coming. I do not hold much hope of him actually catching up in time. So this might be another one that I have to recast for. Which is a shame, but that is how the fishing works, I guess. He's going to strike right as I'm about to pull it in easily. No! Oh no, I managed to get him in time. Wow, he absolutely sprung out of the water. Largemouth bass, okay. Right, what if I aim more this way? Troll along the shoreline. Try that. We'll try that. That's where the catfish were lurking. That's where the perch in the other river were lurking, along the shoreline. So we'll try that. There's someone following. I think it's a bass. Very difficult to tell. I think it was a bass. Slightly bigger bass than the last bass. You break me, game. Actually, physically you break me, because me having to constantly redo these casts is scraping my wrist along the mouse mat in a way that is particularly displeasing. Oh, I've just realised I'm streaming from a stream. I think the fish gods have decided to punish me for that joke. I can't exactly say that it's not deserved. Okay, one more, then we'll try on stream again. I think actually the thing is not cast too slow. I don't think it's actually the speed that I'm moving my mouse at. I think it's actually the distance that I'm moving my mouse. Well, there's a fishy there. I don't think you're a perch, but there is one. What are you? Oh, he's gone is what he is. Can you come back up to the surface so I can have a better look at you? I want to see if you're the fishy that I'm after. Well, however you are, you're also not that interested in the spinnerbait, aren't you? God, did you see that thing bounce up? The physics is obviously still a little janky in the game. That you can't be convinced to come out for this lovely spinnerbait. I mean, I guess I can't exactly fault you for that. I wouldn't put it in my mouth. But then I know it's got a hook in it. Okay. I'll try and point downstream. Corner is very far away, is the problem. Like, that waypoint there definitely isn't telling me to fish over here. But I'm going to fish over here, just in case. Just in case it helps. Someone's going for it. Who are you? You're another bass. It's okay. Bass are allowed, just not what we're after. I realise, having done this, I actually can't see the lure if I pull it all the way along. Did I see someone coming for that? Or was it just someone who happened to be at the surface? I could give twitching a try. It's not how these things are supposed to be, but I can give them a try. There is a fishy going for it. I again can't tell what you are, but I don't think you're a perch. There's one left bass. Okay, we'll give a shot of twitching a try. Oh, I didn't need to do that. We're also going to give this random short cast a try. Because I did it by mistake. And hey, at this point, we're sort of just throwing stuff at the wall until it sticks. I have no idea if this is actually how you do twitching right, but like, it says twitching, so the game obviously thinks it's twitching. This looks very silly. This looks very silly. Oh, sometimes it thinks it's jigging though. You don't want it to think it's jigging, you want it to think it's twitching. No, not jigging, bad! I'm keeping this perfectly level, so I don't know why it sometimes thinks it's twitching and sometimes thinks it's jigging. It obviously thinks this is jigging. There was someone following that, I think. It's really difficult to tell. There's someone following that. I wish they'd actually bite it, so I can stop doing this like an idiot. There's also a lot of lag between my input and the actual movement of the rod. Whoever you are, can you hurry up please? Because I really can't tell what's going on. Oh, okay. Right. Was any of that worthwhile? Not really. It's just another bass. It's the same bass that would have gone for this if I hadn't been messing around. See, that was the same distance and the same speed. Oh, I don't bloody know. I don't bloody know how any of this works. You gotta reel in the lines, until I hit a perch by mistake. I wonder if, like, fish have preferences by area. Because, like, it didn't take me that many casts to grab a perch with the spinnerbait before. But here, they don't care for it. Before, when I was using leeches and stuff, the perch didn't care for that. Maybe here they'll care for something different? You know what I was thinking? What I was thinking was, oh, this will be like, I'll just do the perch mission real quick, we'll get on, we'll do some other missions, it'll all be wonderful, you know, maybe we'll start and go exploring. Nope, we are stuck here forever, waiting for a perch. Who might not exist. Right, sorry little earthworm friends. Oh my god, game! You are absolutely killing me right now. Cast the bloody worm! I couldn't even put it where I wanted it in the end. I wanted it there. Instead of where it is. If the power bar mechanic at least let me cast at different distances, like, I would definitely use it. But as it is, it feels weird because you've got a power bar, and there's a short section of the bar that is cast too slow, and then the rest of the bar is cast to exactly 29.2 meters. Anyway, I just want a 20-meter cast sometimes. That would be real nice. Right, apparently, like, 3 different species here eat earthworms. So I should at least be hitting something. Because I'm using my size 5 hook, I do sort of wonder if this is actually going to be too big for the perch. Because, like, even the gold perch before I was taking on the size 7 spinner hook, this is 2 sizes up from that now. And I mean, I guess, seeing as earthworms are a minimum hook size of 6, I guess they have to go for, at the very least, a size 6 hook. Because otherwise they wouldn't like earthworms. Oh. I wonder what my rod says. Oh, there's a big old bass swimming there down. You can't see it, it's just behind Little Dizzy. My rod says something like large fish, or possibly liang fish. 2.5 meters, I'm assuming is like the rod, slash, I'm guessing 6 feet? Possibly 6 points. That's a perch. That's a perch right there. Little so-and-so. Come eat this bloody worm. I know you're there, and I know you're a perch, so please eat this. I know he's on a bit of a big hook. Don't at me for going slightly insane. Please. Not you. I'm not interested in you. I want the perch. I'm confident it was a perch. It had the really strong stripes. And it had the bigger dorsal fin. Well, actually, on the fish that has two fins, like a bass or a perch, I'm not sure if which one, or possibly both of them, is the dorsal fin. Please come eat my earthworm. Please. That's a bass down there. I don't want that. Oh my god, what do you want? You're not interested in my spinnerbait. You're not interested in my redworm, bloodworm, leech. What do you want? Maybe I should try slightly less depth on my thing. Maybe I should try like 0.7 meters. It's a halfway house between right at the surface and all the way down. Maybe I should also try my smallest hook. That's a bass, I'm pretty sure. Smallest hook, bloodworm. I'm just trying to think of like combinations of things I've not tried yet. Maybe I should throw the actual spinner in. Seeing as that took the perch in the other place. Oh, there's so many possible combinations of things to try. Like location, bait, depth. And, you know, with location being a 2D continuous variable, depth being a fairly heavily graded discrete variable, and bait having a bajillion different options as well. Okay, let's try 0.7. Plop. I suppose hook size is also a variable, although it's not one that it's not one that I have a lot of options for. And even fewer when you restrict it by bait choice. I don't mind that you're a tiny little perch. You're just a perch. It doesn't say catch a big perch, it just says catch a perch. I wonder what my little bobber is doing. It's very weird. I will also say, lots of things supposedly eat redworm here, but I haven't had a single strike on the redworm, I don't think. I've been using bloodworm and redworm for an hour, and it's a lot less successful than the leeches. It's equally successful at hitting perch as the leeches, but it's a lot less successful at hitting anything else. Wherever that perch was, it hasn't come back. I'm also sort of aware that it's going to start getting late in game again fairly soon. It's you, you're right there. Come eat my bloody worm. You horrible little fish! What do you want? What do you want? Nope, that's too low. Oh, someone's after that straight away. Hello. Are you the fish of my dreams? I'd really appreciate it if you were. You look promising. Oh my god, thank goodness! Ah, okay. We needed the smaller hook because the yellow perch are actual babby. Okay, right. Oh, amazing, wonderful. Mission completed, catch a yellow perch. Hurrah, hurrah, hurrah. Hurrah, hurrah, hurrah. You are entering deep water, turn back. I'm just gonna go swim with the perch now. Okay, I wonder if I should be adding like metadata to my map, like big ones here for the whitefish up in that river, or only babby here for this one. Let's head back to base camp. See if there's any other. I can turn off my I want your perch friend thing now as well, can't I? On OBS, there we go. Yes, I've got your perch friend now. I don't need them anymore. Fantastic. Ooh, some of these are now all lit up in yellow. Ah! I wonder if it's because they're... No, they're lit up in yellow, but I still can't do them. Oh, okay, I have to have my rod out. So I've done largemouth bass, smallmouth bass, yellow perch. I can't yet do channel catfish. Rainbow trout. I've not done rainbow trout, have I? Journal. Game guide. Largemouth. Mountain. Smallmouth. Yellow. No, okay, haven't. I kind of want to do the fish that we've already done. I want to do channel catfish, but I know they're going to be a pain. Also, not allowed, apparently. Look at this guy. Look at this monster. It's going to be terrifying. Okay, let's grab northern pike. Northern pike are some of the larger predators in Golden Ridge Reserve. While pike have little preference for water body type, they will stick to the deeper waters at lower elevations almost exclusively. They eat everything that moves, don't I bloomin' know it. Use the vegetation near the bottom to ambush their prey. I have never noticed pike being a bottom dweller. Look for them in lakes and ponds, away from shallows and at low elevations. Pike fight hard, yeah. Often surprising inexperienced anglers, yeah, with their speed and aggressiveness. Mission started, catch an open pike. Read the basic information, check. Get the recommended gear. The northern pike enjoys a good number of baits and lures, but bait, minnow, and lure soft plastic shads are the best to target these fish. Get minnow for your float tackle, or medium shad lure for your spinning tackle. Minnow for the float tackle, okay, that's
Today's
fine.
special is everything. Everything here is so special, and you should buy it all. What piques
Fantastic.
your interest?
Right.
Everyone starts somewhere, but anyone who's anyone starts with a greenhorn. This baby has a smoother learning curve than a minnow spin.
Okay. And apparently want a medium shad soft plastic. I didn't
Sometimes
even know
the
you
best
could
way to
use
fight fish
these
is with fish,
this
and
way.
you're standing in the best place to buy them. Don't waste your time catching small fry when you could reel in a big dipper.
Okay. I'll buy a medium shad. I've now got a medium shad. I have absolutely no idea how to set this up. Can I just put it on? No. Jig head. I don't have a jig head. Okay.
Take a look at these.
Equipment. Jig heads.
Everyone starts somewhere, but anyone who's anyone starts with a greenhorn. This baby
Medium,
has
I
a
guess.
smoother learning curve
Okay.
than a minnow spin.
Because I'm using a medium boy. Let's try a hook size 7, because I've hooked plenty of things on hook size 7. Can I actually use this? Who knows? Maybe we're just buying a bunch of stuff that I can't use. Jig head. This guy, this guy. Monofilament, jig head size 7. Oh, hook min 1. Jesus, that's a big hook. Okay.
Here's what I've got.
Christ.
Everyone starts somewhere, but anyone who's anyone starts with a greenhorn. This baby has a smoother learning curve than a minnow spin.
Luckily, these aren't very expensive. Oh, something just went a bit bulky when I opened the map there. Right, okay, so I've got this thing set up, which is terrifying. I have no idea how to do jigging. Apparently some people do jigging like on the bottom. I don't know how you do jigging on the bottom, but
Had a little clash
okay.
with old Clay. It's like he just doesn't want more people in this park. Maybe you'd have to get more buckaroos.
See, that's one of the reasons why I think that maybe buckaroos are something a little bit special to Clay. Right, okay, we've now got the recommended gear. Lake catch, go to the waypoint. Where is the waypoint? Oh, it's like not very far away at all.
Old Clay's nice. Laters!
Northern pike can usually be found in deep lakes like this, away from the shallow shores. I mean, it's not going to be that far away from the shallow shores. If the waypoint is only at the end of this pier. Oh, the waypoint's a little bit away from the end of this pier. Oh, okay. No, you do want me to cast from the pier, I guess. Right. Do I know anything about jigging? No. I'll give it a go, though. How do I use this? It doesn't say a type of presentation. I assume I let this drop to the bottom, and then I do the sort of the up-down bit. Nope, this is twitching, apparently. Is this jigging? Sometimes this is jigging and sometimes it isn't. Okay, do I need to reel it in while I do this? No, it now thinks this is twitching. Or jigging, or twitching. You're gonna have to help me, because I'm lost. I have no idea what I'm doing. Maybe this was a bad idea. Maybe I should just drop the minnow in. This looks very strange. What am I doing here? What am I doing here? Is this helping anyone? Do I need to like stop and go while doing this? Is that jigging? No, it still thinks that's twitching. This isn't jigging. No, this is also jigging. What on earth am I doing? Oh my god, it's a total disaster. It's an absolute utter nightmare. Okay. We're gonna reel this in. Dear Lord. Dear oh Lord. Let's change our setup, even though it's not the recommended gear. Let's change our setup to one that we know will actually attract a pike. Which is the froggy, although I'm tempted to actually use the popper. We are also maybe a little late for the pike. I don't normally see them around moving. I normally see them up at the surface, like right in the middle of the day. There's someone coming for me, but I don't think it's a pike. I think that's a bass. Might be a fairly hefty bass though, given that he's after this popper. Hello, who are you? Come here. Yeah, smallmouth bass. Oh, yeah, silver. Okay, I suppose the smallmouths are the more predatory ones of the two. Should actually have checked their preferences to see what they like, apart from what it says in the handbook info. Anyone coming? Someone's coming. I think another bass. We are perhaps a little late for the pike. I could reset the time again. That might be worthwhile. Really? That might be worthwhile. Rather than catching endless bass. Right, check the handbook. Pike. Aggressive jumper, last stand. Red one, leeches and minnow. Well, I know I've had plenty of luck catching you with bloody everything. So you are not the most discerning predator in the world. Have I actually caught any with the popper? I'm not actually sure I've caught very many things with the popper, now that I'm using it. I thought the popper would be more selective. No, I have caught pike with the popper, just not on stream. I thought the popper would be more selective. But I could be wrong. Like, I could go and grab a bigger popper, and that would probably weed out a lot of the bass, because they're too small for it. But the problem with doing that is then I only get the big pike, which are a pain. Well, here comes yet another bass. They really like this popper, apparently. The problem is how to fish with pike without accidentally hitting bass. That's something I don't know. Because I'd say I've got pike the most. Oh, it's Jake Robbie. Hello there. Are you the human who followed me a little while ago? I believe you might be. How are you doing there, Jake Robbie? I hope you're not here for pro fishing content, because this isn't it. This is... Dizzy is moderately bad at fishing game, but is still finding it very fun content. Maybe I should boat out and then cast even further out. This is the slowest fish in the world. It's the worst thing when it's the slowest fish in the world and it's not even the fish that you're after. Okay, we'll switch to the frog. We'll switch to E-frog. Because we've had so many hits on pike with this frog. And we've been trying to get literally anything else. After this, after a couple of tries with this, I'll also throw out the spinner, because we had so many hits on pike with the spinner when we were looking for whitefish. Oh, there's someone who's been attracted to it. Again, I don't think it's pike. But he really is too far away to be certain this time. He was attracted right from the very start. Yank him in. Who are you? Ah, a pike! Amazing. Wonderful. Literally the first time I had the frog out, I got L pike. Right, pond catch. Go to the... Oh, pond catch! Ooh! Ooh. I've never done a pond catch before. Actually, that's not true. I did a pond catch, like, right at the very start of the game for the tutorial. Hop in the old boat. Speed across the water. I might actually be able to fast travel here, but I kind of like this more. I like the travelling. Even if I'm not such a huge fan of the noise the boat makes, it's very loud. Oh well, it's not very loud, but it's very loud in comparison to, like, the other sounds of the game. Oh, there's even a jetty here that I can dock out on purpose, instead of just sort of rocking up on the side and being like, hey. Dock boat. Boat has been docked. Okie doke. Is there a road over that way? Not really. We'll grab the car anyway. Oh hell, we can walk that. It's 100 meters. Well, we can run that. Little bush. Ooh, a sparkly collectible. Oh, lots of bugs and stuff in the bush. I'd kind of like it if you could do... Oh, that casting noise is for me getting a checkpoint on the quest, I see. I'd kind of like it if you could do Oh my gosh, this is... Is this tree ill, or does it just have two competing textures? There's two trees overlapping each other, and one of them is sort of swaying in and out of the other one. Yeah, there's the real tree sways, and then what I'm assuming is the diseased tree model just sort of stands still. This is where I am on the map. Curious. Oh, hell, I've accidentally done that. Let's report it.
That's all the telltale signs of a bark beetle infestation. I'll notify the fire department that we got an at-risk area on our hands.
Noted. Right. Let us stand here at our waypoint. We'll grab out our... It says they're bottom dwellers, but I don't really believe that. I've always found pike up at the surface. So I'm going to put this on a really short... What am I thinking about? I'm going to put this on a really short float to bait distance. There's probably a technical term for float to bait distance, but I don't know what it is. There's lots of fish splashing up at the surface of this lake. Now, thinking about fish behaviour, I feel like they probably have an active time where they're more up at the surface, and then a sleepy time when they are still around but are in kind of deeper and more secluded waters. So maybe as it starts to turn to evening time, we'll want to slightly lower our bait to float distance. Like, oh hell, make it lower in the water. Ow. Ow, I sort of did like half a hiccup or something and put my head in my hands all at the same time at the exact moment that happened. Ow, and I really just hurt my chest muscle by sort of swallowing and reacting all at once. Where are you? There you're a pike. See, look, that was the easiest quest you could possibly imagine. It's just like, go here, catch a pike. It probably would have been even easier if I understood how jigging worked. Right, there we go, marvellous. Shall I catch another one? I don't suspect it will take us too long. I must admit, I was not expecting, but maybe lightly hoping to eke this pike fishing out until the end of the stream in about half an hour's time. But it's fine, we'll head back and we'll pick up another quest. And that will be what we start off with tomorrow. Well, not tomorrow, whatever the next stream is. May or may not be tomorrow. I don't think it's tomorrow. I'll get some gear tomorrow. I've just realised I should have bought the bigger rod and line as well, shouldn't I, with all the money I've got? There's a juvenile pike. I wasted a whole ass minnow on you. Not even a regular minnow. Right, back home. Oh, that reminds me actually, I wanted to see what happens if I drown a car. Oh, let's drown the Apex Colours one. Right, I want to find a little pier. There's several around. There's one. Ow. Uh-oh. I've actually beached the car. Yep. It's the problem with front-wheel drivers. Okay. Well, we're not doing that. Because Dizzy is too incompetent to even manage to drive a car into some water. Oh dear Lord, what a failure. Okay, that's fine. Sophia Taylor of Taylor's Tackles.
A customer? A real-life customer?
No, a fake customer in a
come on
video
in.
game, I'm afraid.
Name your poison.
Name my poison?
Everyone starts somewhere, but anyone who's anyone starts with a greenhorn. This baby
Right.
has a smoother learning curve than a minnow spin.
Is there any reason not to just go up to the strongest one? I think I can probably afford it.
This majestic scepter of graphite and fiberglass is what they call the heron, and it fishes just like one. You'll barely need to move a muscle. This baby does all the catching for you.
I mean, that sounds ideal, to be honest. Right, let's have a growler her. And... so your max line strength is 8 kilos. The one I've already got has a max line strength
Picture the scene.
of 8
A lone sniper
kilos.
perched on a mountain range, meticulously
That's what
knocking
I'm
back their
currently
perfectly
using,
balanced
right?
rifle. They squint down the scope and
Yeah, the marksman.
that's fishing. What'll it be?
That's fishing with a marksman. So you have a max line strength of
Naming
13
this one the Kingfisher
kilos.
is underselling it. It feels like it flies and floats around like a feather, but this baby is some serious heavy-duty business.
I find it weird that the bait casters go up to 25 kilo strength,
This majestic
whereas
scepter
the
of
match
graphite and
rods
fiberglass is what
go
they
up
call
to
the heron.
like a third of
Fishes
that,
just
and the
like one.
spinning only
You'll
goes up
barely
to
need
half
move a
that.
muscle. This baby does all the catching for you.
Okay, let's grab an iceberg arrow. We'll need a better thing.
The Mediator is a low-profile bait-casting masterclass.
Well, this is the highest
boasting
one I
immense
can
rod power
get,
from its deceptively potent drag system.
so I guess that's the one I want. Oh, I've already got a Routerflug. Is that what I've got in my backpack?
This future classic spinning reel carries the extra heft you've come to expect from
Future
It
classic.
feels fast and strong in the
Okay.
right hands. Oh, and you've come to the right place.
Lines. Right, so this
Everyone
guy
starts
can
somewhere, but anyone who's
handle
anyone starts with a
up
greenhorn.
to 13
This baby has a
kilos,
smoother learning curve than a minnow spin.
which is actually the purple one I've already got. And then you can handle up to 25 kilos,
This majestic scepter of
which
graphite
is
and
stronger than the
fiberglass is
strongest
what
one
they
I've
call
got.
the heron, and it fishes just like one. You'll barely need to move a muscle. This baby does all the catching for you.
Okay. Right, so my... hang on. Hang on.
Get your gear here.
Storage. Rods. Oh, I need to bloody disassemble them. Rods, bing. There we go.
be over here.
Right, so the marksman can go in storage. Need the ice rigel. The Sharia can go into storage because we want this. We don't have any match rods on us, that's fine. Reels, same spinning reel, and we can get rid of the weaker bait casting reel, that's fine. And then we only need the 10 and the 20 lines with us. I don't see a need to mess with any of those. Okay, rods. So let's set up for the fishing, the bait caster. You want the real heavy line. I'll put a frog on you for now, but I won't keep you that way. You're for float fishing, regular reel, 10 kilo line, bait, sure,
it's
whatever.
a little different than Seattle, but boy is it beautiful.
I bet it is. Right, let's go find another quest. I still can't get channel catfish. I could get rainbow trout. They've not been terribly difficult to find. Let's grab rainbow trout. Rainbow trout are some of the most common species of fish in Golden Ridge Reserve. Don't I know it? These fish eat almost everything they can find.
Tried and tested family bonding, let me tell you.
Can confirm.
He never stops talking about the dude.
They eat almost everything they can find, appear in almost every water body, at every elevation. Rainbow trout are erratic fighters and might change direction at a moment's notice. They'll use their environment to their advantage and fight till they're exhausted. Will they? I've never found them to be much of a fighter, but okay. Right, we have read the basic information.
You seen my sister around? She took to photography like a fish to water.
Right, so we've missed out on what the recommended information is, which is annoying. But we can handle it. Did we get it for the pike? We did get it for the pike. We haven't got it for this. We haven't got it for this. We did get it for the pike, which is nice at least.
Buy something next time, okay?
Oh, I should be grabbing a boat. Hang on. What do you mean buy something next time? I just bought the most expensive rods you have! Bloody woman. She doesn't know when she's got it good. That sounds like a terrible thing to say out of context. But like, I just splashed like 8,000 gold on her or something stupid. She doesn't need to say buy something next time. Okay, we do need to go around this headland. Oh, we're actually going to where I was. So I have fished here. I think I have caught rainbow trout here. That's exciting. Yeah, this is the sort of the channel-y bit that I got very excited about when we crossed over it. I did come back and fish. I caught maybe a couple of rainbow trout and a couple of smallmouth bass. It wasn't as exciting as I'd hoped. I'd hoped there'd be like sort of nice, swampy, interesting fish. Now, do I reckon that waypoint is actually out in the middle of the water, or is that on land? Or like close to land? No, I think that's out in the middle of the water. Okay. No, this is actually real close to land. Right. Have no idea what spinner I want. Have very little idea exactly where I want to be fishing. Rainbow trout. Red, pearl, barley, and dough. I do have all of those. I was doing work catching, what was it I was catching? I was catching channel catfish with the dough. It was wonderful. Right, I might be able to go up even higher on this, but for now, I don't know what lure I'm using at all. I have no idea what lure I'm using. Oh, this makes a horrible noise. Listen to that! I also actually didn't check what cast distance it was, but it doesn't seem to be too far. But it's over 30 meters though, isn't it? Which is also not good. Well, I mean, it would be good. Not someone's interested. Let's slow this right down for you. Are you a rainbow trout straight away? That would be glorious. No, you're a bass. Okay. I was using the frog. There we go. Let's put on probably the spinner, I guess. That's what I was hitting rainbow trout with before most of the time. Do I know where I want to aim? Not a clue. 36 meter cast! Oh my goodness gracious. It's gonna be a nightmare to fit this thing in the river. Not to mention that it sounds like it's about to snap, even when there's not a fish on the line. Okay, there's someone interested. If it is a rainbow trout, I know I have to slow it right down because they are the slowest fish on God's green earth, or possibly in this case on God's blue earth. I think, however, this is a bass. It's a silver smallmouth. Hello. I wonder actually if I should be just sticking it on 2-speed. Because the 3-speed, I imagine that the faster speed of the 3-speed will attract fish from a wider area. But rainbow trout are so dozy. They can't catch up on anything more than 1 speed, so having it on 3-speed for too long will just pull the thing so far away from the rainbow trout that they never ever catch up. I see someone is very far out coming for this. Like, very far out.
Hello, Buck, it's Clay. Just getting in at Ruby River Range if you need me. Got you down here.
Sure, Clay, I've never been to Ruby River Range. I have not been very far from home, really. Hello, another bass. It would really help if I knew what gear I was supposed to be using to hit the rainbow trout. I'm pretty sure I was hitting rainbow trout with this in the river for the whitefish. Because this is what I was using lots of the time, and I hit lots of different things. Was I hitting any rainbow trout? I was hitting rainbow trout with the spinnerbait when I was aiming for perch earlier this stream, wasn't I? Just checking the time, we've got about 15 minutes left, that's fine. So I could try on the spinnerbait. if I wanted to try something else. Is anyone coming to this? I can't see anyone. Yes, someone over. I can't really show you. It's below the middle of journal. Oh, maybe not. Maybe they were just coming up to the surface to say hi. Oh dear. Well, again, we've got loads of options for what to do here. I have mostly found rainbow trout while bait fishing, I think, more than spinner fishing or lure fishing. One cast of this takes quite a while to reel in with the 36 meters now. Right, okay. So we'll splash it over there. See what we get. Oh yeah, rainbow trout are shy, aren't they? So they'll have been maybe a bit scared off by me coming by boat. Which won't be helping my case. Oh, someone's after it. I think. Again, they're really far out. This is the problem with casting this far. Is you can't really see what's going on very well. I think this is going to be another bass, given that he managed to catch up to it in a good amount of time. Oh, it's Pike. Hello, Pike. Pike are like, they're halfway to being eels, aren't they? With how kind of long and wriggly they are, and their fin kind of mainly at the back. Yeah, easily scared by human presence. He's a jumper and he's a last stander. Oh, so you guys are jumpers as well? That's worth remembering. Because normally I think that it's only the bass that are jumpers. So if I see someone jumping, it might be worth casting that way. Because it might be a trout. I like how useless these tutorials are. It's just like, if you're lucky, you get a tiny bit of information, and it's just go to point X. Catch fish! Right, this is the heaviest fish we've hit yet with this rod. He's slow, but he's not too much of a challenge. It does look like, I guess, the really big fish are still going to be people we have to actually fight, which I'm not a fan of. I'm not a fan of fighting. Oh my gosh, he's a... Okay, actually I tell a lie, because he was a gold pike, which normally we always have to fight, and we did not have to fight him. We will probably still have to fight if we ever hit a diamond pike. Blimey, that's a bit small for you old gold pike, isn't it? A little size 7 spinner? Oh my god! Right, hang on. That is not quite where I wanted to put that, but it's close enough. I saw someone at the surface, so I was like, oh well, let's... Yeah, let's give it a shot at least. But I mean, hey, if I only ever have to fight the diamond pike, I will still see that as a massive win. I wonder if the game is going to give me a tutorial on jigging, or if I'm just going to have to watch somebody else doing it on a video. And then you guys will watch me doing it on the stream, and then eventually, in spite of Call of the Wild, rather than because of Call of the Wild, people will know how to jig. Someone's coming for it. It's not a trout. It is another bass. Pretty sure. It's lightly annoying that I can't sort of show you where I'm looking. Because if I move my rod around, it changes whether it thinks I'm jigging or twitching or whatever. And I don't obviously have a cursor or anything to point at the bit of the screen that I'm looking at. Oh, what is that? Oh, are you a perch? Do you have any idea how long I struggled to find a perch when I was actually looking for a perch? Also, what time of day do you call this? This is not daytime! Bloody. Let's actually move to the front of the boat. I mean, fish. Where am I? Over there. Maybe I should, hit the inspect button in the old handbook. Oh, blimey, okay, he was keen. I don't think I even managed to turn the speed down. But he was very keen. I'll tell you what, I'm very glad I did put up my rod quality. I'm going to be fighting an annoying pike all the time. Oh, okay, handbook. Handbook. Rainbow trout.
The largemouth bass.
That dude! Rainbow trout.
The rainbow trout.
I don't know what anadromous means. Or anadromous probably actually means, but I think it's interesting that they say the lake-dwelling ones are bigger than the stream-dwelling ones. I don't know why I slowed right down there. I didn't sort of think about it, I just did it. I wonder if that'll be reflected in the game. Which is the only reason why I haven't closed my window yet, but I will go up and do it just after this cast. Unless I forget in the intervening 18 meters. Uh-oh. That's not good news. I just got a little bing bong. Does that mean that I've been offline for some amount of time? Another largemouth bass. Let's go have a look at Twitch. Does Twitch think I've been offline? That's going to be annoying if it does. Especially as it didn't tell me. I've got messages from people saying great stream, which normally means that I have gone offline. Offline. Twitch, how long do you think I've been live for? You think I've only been live for a minute. Okay, so obviously there was a little internet bump there. Which is not what we want, but they happen sometimes, and there's nothing we can do about them. Hi everyone, and welcome back. Apologies for that little internet bump. Also apologies that I didn't notice it was happening, so I don't know how long I've been away from you guys for, but you can rest assured that, as you can see, I have not caught any rainbow trout in the intervening moments. And I am in fact still here looking for them. I did catch the world's smallest largemouth bass. Oh dear. I just got another bing bong. It's possible we're having lots of internet issues today. Which is not good. It's not what we want. Kind of just want to fish. Without kicking their box up the backside. We are close to 3 hours, so if I have to call it a bit short, it's not like we've lost too much streaming time. It may also be better to come back in the middle of the day anyway. Anyone here? Anyone coming for this nice little spinner? No, I'll probably have more luck with eggs anyway. Do I have any eggs on me? Tackle. Eggs. I do have eggs on me. Right. Where did it think I left? It thinks I left at 2:48. It's currently 2:54. And is everything still thinking it's awake? Do we reckon? Twitch, are you reading me? Twitch looks alive. Twitch looks like I've been alive for about 4 minutes. So I may have lost about 3 minutes of time, which is not so bad. I want to catch one with a lure. The problem being that I don't really know where I need to be for that. I'll just sort of send something off in every direction, and then if I've done a full circle, then I'll try my spinner baits. And if those don't work, I'll probably have finished the stream. I also don't know if they're less around at night or not. They don't say that they're day or night dwelling. But I feel like lots of fish don't say, and actually sort of are. Ooh, shiny large bass. Lovely, lovely, lovely. I wonder what level I am. That was sort of over here, wasn't it? We're level 45 now, oh my goodness gracious. Yeah, there's no level cap in this game, I think. So, like, I can just sort of keep going up indefinitely. Which is important mechanically because, of course, money is tied to level. In a very kind of daft way. I think this was another bass. I suppose, because my spinners and lures, they have shiny bits that are designed to... Oh, a gold smallmouth bass this time. They have shiny bits that are designed to reflect light. But obviously at night, there isn't any light, or there's not very much light. There's a little bit of moonlight today, which I guess they might glint off. But I wonder if that translates to them actually being less effective in-game, or does the game not model that? Because, I mean, the Hunter doesn't model you having your torch on, and doesn't model you being harder to spot at night. For whatever reason. Is anyone following me? I really actually genuinely can't tell now. If you get to 10 meters, I'll bring it down to speed 1. Oh, we got someone. Couldn't see them at all. There was another moderately largemouth bass. I know the species is, I think it's black bass or something, but I do feel like it kind of feels like the largemouth bass and the smallmouth bass are just large and small versions of the mouth bass. And that's not really a thing, but that kind of amuses me as a suspicion. Can't really see where my lure is at, even at the moment, let alone if there's anyone chasing it. This is a problem, of course, because the rainbow trout follow your lure for ages and ages and ages, and sometimes never strike. So you have to kind of see if there's one following, so you can slow it right down. And potentially so that you can recast for them multiple times, sometimes you have to. I think there's someone following my lure. I think I can see the splashing of them. I think I can see a shape moving near it. It's very difficult to tell. Right, what are you? Ah, a rainbow trout! Amazing! Well, what a fantastic note to end the stream on. This has been Call of the Wild, the Angler. I've been doing some of the fishing tutorials. They are moderately helpful, but the fishing is nice, as much as I consistently sort of feel aggrieved by various elements of the game. If you've enjoyed watching, please do consider dropping a follow. Thank you very much to, let me see who it was who dropped a follow for us just earlier today. Thank you very much to Jake Robbie9 for dropping a follow earlier, and indeed for saying hi in chat. It's always welcome. You're always welcome in chat, people, to come and say hello. You can also, if you're watching this on YouTube, where I upload all of my VODs, leave a like, or maybe even subscribe if you want to see more like this. My YouTube has all of my past streams from Call of the Wild, the Angler, as well as the Hunter Call of the Wild, and anything else I've ever streamed in my entire streaming history. Finally, you can find me on Twitter, that's @DizForDemise, and I send out a tweet every time I go live, so you never have to miss one of these in the future if you don't want to. that is all from me. My name has been Dizzy. I hope you've enjoyed watching. Thank you so much for being here, everyone. Apologies again for the connectivity issues, and I will see you all next time. Ta-ra!